Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Asira. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the 3 different ways that I make crochet keychain wristlets. For the first 2 wristlets, you're going to need some cotton or acrylic weight 4 yarn and a 5mm hook. And for all 3, you'll need a 1-inch keychain clasp. This first wristlet is pretty simple. It consists of only half double crochets. So we're going to start off by chaining 5, and then into the second stitch from the hook, we're going to put our first half double crochet. And then we're going to half double crochet across for a total of 4 stitches. To start this next row and all the other rows, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And then we're going to put a half double crochet into the very first stitch and into the next 3 stitches. We're just going to do this over and over again until we have 32 rows. Once we finish all 32 rows, we're going to make a chain to fasten off, and then we're going to clip the end but leave the tail pretty long because you're going to use it to sew both ends together. You can either use a tapestry needle or a crochet hook to close the end. If you're using a tapestry needle, just follow what I'm doing, and if you're using a crochet hook, just slip stitch to the end. For the second wristlet, we're going to start off by chaining 41. Into the second stitch from the hook, we're going to place a single crochet. And then we're going to single crochet all the way down for a total of 40 single crochets. Once we reach the end of our row, we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. And then we're going to place a double crochet into the very first stitch. And then we're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and place another double crochet. We're basically just going to repeat this pattern until we get to the end. So chain 1, skip a space, place a double crochet, chain 1, skip a space, place another double crochet. When we get to the end, there should be one space left, so don't chain, just place another double crochet. And this helps to create stability whenever we have to put on the little keychain fob. To start the next row, chain 1, turn our work, and place a single crochet into the very first stitch, and then we're just going to single crochet all the way across for this last row and then fasten off. Make sure when you cut the tail to make it pretty lengthy so you can use it to sew. And remember, you can use a crochet hook that's smaller than the one that you use to weave in ends or to even do this closure part if you don't have a tapestry needle. For this last wristlet, I use Lion Brand's Kobu. It's a cotton bamboo blend and a 4mm crochet hook. We're going to start with a chain of 50. This one is going to be pretty similar to the last one, but with a little twist. So into the second chain from the hook, we're going to put a single crochet and then single crochet all the way across for a total of 49 stitches. To start the next row, we're going to chain 3, turn our work, we're going to skip the very first stitch and double crochet into the second stitch. Into that double crochet, we're going to create a bead stitch. I'm not a professional and I'm not the best at explaining, so just watch and see. I'll show you guys a couple of times. But I will say that in total on your hook, before you do the pull through, you should have 7 stitches pulled up. Once you complete the bead stitch, you're going to chain 1. We're going to skip a stitch and then place another double crochet, and then we're going to put another bead. So we're basically just going to do a bead stitch and a chain 1 over and over again until the end. Once you complete the last bead, there should be 1 space left. Don't chain, just make a double crochet into that last space. To make the last row, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and then single crochet all the way across. Make sure to pay special attention to make sure that you're only single crocheting into every chain 1 space and then on top of every bead, because on the beads it kind of does look like there's 2 chain spaces, but make sure you're only putting 1 on top of the bead and then 1 on top of the chain 1 space. Like the other 2, we're going to fasten off and leave a long tail so that we're able to sew the ends together. Here's an example on how I add my clasp. I didn't have the tool that you use to like pinch it closed, and it's really hard to do it by hand, but here's a little bit of how it will look when you're finished.